Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Christopher Baumgartner, and this is my 2003 Mitsubishi Evo. What got me into cars was when I was little, I was always into Hot Wheels, always collecting little Hot Wheels, little die-cast toys. As I got older, I started to get into the video games, Gran Turismo, Forza, Midnight Club, just modifying cars on there. A huge person that like inspired me to get into cars was also my uncle. So growing up and seeing him just really maintain that car, he was always there to help me out, motivate me, and help me with any questions that I had. He was a huge factor into what got me into cars and to where I'm at today. So my first car was senior year, 2006 Mitsubishi Evo 9. The reason why I was so in love with that car was from the Too Fast, Too Furious movie, seeing that lime green, yellow Evo 7, and that's what really inspired me to get into imports and JDM cars. You don't really see many people with an Evo at that age, so it was really cool. Sometimes I let it get to me, like I was hot stuff, but over the years it's humbled, and yeah, just a car that rare and with that much horsepower, it was fun to experience, so I'm super blessed to experience that. So my second car was a 2004 AP2 Honda S2000. I picked that car up during COVID, so I got it for a steal. I got it for a really super low price. It wasn't in the best condition, but I did a lot of work to that car, went through so many phases. Built that car from the ground up and learned a lot and met a lot of cool people through the S2000 community. So the reason why I was so fixated on the S2000 was, it was also because it was in the Fast and Furious as well. It's better than a Miata, but it's not as good as like a Porsche. So, I mean, at the time I was 21, so I was looking for something kind of affordable, something fun, manual. So yeah, I found that on Facebook Marketplace. It was all the way up in Fresno. So went out there during like peak COVID, so it was super dangerous, but you know, ended up getting a good deal on it. Had that car for about 2 years. Yeah, I went through so many phases: bumpers, wheels, side skirts, diffusers, everything that you really could want to do to an S2000, I did it, except turbo or supercharge it. So I dailied my S2000 for about a year and a half, and it was really good daily. Pretty impractical though, sometimes because of the trunk space, and just I could only drive my girlfriend around, so. I transitioned and started looking for a daily. I was really looking for a manual TSX. Was looking for a couple months. I ended up finding a white Euro R spec'd out TSX, manual, black interior, for a really good deal. It did take me a while to save up for it because I am in college, so just saved up and knew I really wanted a TSX. So that's my new daily. I had the TSX and the S2000 for a couple months, and then I was testing out the waters, so I posted up my S2000 on Facebook, looking possibly to sell, mainly to trade, because I wanted to get back into something with a turbo, because I did everything with the S2000 that I wanted to do. I was just missing out on the turbo, just going fast and hearing the spool up. So mainly was looking to get back into another Evo. You really can't beat the feel of an Evo. The S2000 was really similar, handling wise, shifting wise, but it's just a speed difference, torque difference is the main thing. So once I got my TSX, I really posted up my S2000 and was looking really heavy for mainly an Evo 8 or 9, possibly a 10, but mainly Evo 8 and 9. So I was on Facebook messaging hundreds of people. Anybody that had a Evo up for sale, I just messaged them, offered them a trade. That's how I got my Evo 8. Yeah, that process it took a while. It took me about a month or two. I mean, I'm always on Facebook Marketplace, but a month or two just really messaging people. There was a few guys that were interested in the trade, but cash on top, which it's understandable. But there was this one guy, he was looking to get out of his Evo and into something more reliable, but something fun. So it kind of made sense, and we were messaging back and forth, the details on our cars. He's up in San Jose, so we met halfway, about 2.5 hours for both of us. So I knew if the Evo made it there, it's pretty reliable, because it has a lot done to the motor. I know buying like a built motor, a car with a built motor is always sketchy, but everything's been good so far. So when I originally got this Evo, it was wrapped a satin white. The exterior it needed a lot of love for sure, and I always like to keep my builds super clean. So opening and closing the doors, you see the yellow on the door jambs in the engine bay. So I knew eventually I was gonna have to go back to yellow. I didn't think it was gonna be this soon. My girlfriend told me, she was like, just rock the white for a little bit, because it's gonna be expensive. And me being hard-headed, I listened to her for a little bit. I enjoyed the car because I did the wheels, the carbon hood, side skirts, and all that. Then I was just like, I want to make it super clean, so I went to one more meet. It was on Thanksgiving, and then that night we came back to the house, and I told her, I was like, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to transform the car to yellow. And she was, at first she wasn't on board, but a couple hours later, she was in the garage helping me pull the wraps, so I appreciate her for helping me out with that. But yeah, so it took me about 4 months for everything to get painted, bodywork to get done, but it was well worth it. I'm really happy with the outcome, and it looks great. So for the exterior mods, I have carbon Sabon hood, carbon Sabon lip with the Rexpeed air ducts and the carbon canards. I have the Cusco front brace at the front. The car came with fiberglass fenders. It took me a while to source out some clean OEM fenders, but I have those in the front as well. I have JDM 8 headlights in the front, APR mirrors on the side, Rexpeed side skirts on the side, OEM window visors on the windows, and then in the rear I have a JDM rear diffuser, stock wings, stock trunk. I have stock Evo 9 taillights with the amber overlay, so it gives you that JDM kind of flow to the JDM headlights. Sounds good. Yeah, 17-inch Mag Blue TE37s and 255/40 tires. I also went through all the moldings. All the moldings are brand new OEM, so I went through that. It's a little detail that nobody really looks at, but it makes a huge difference for sure. Interior-wise, it's pretty simple. It used to have a huge IRP short shifter, but I swapped that out to OEM with the AMS shift knob and with the Torque Solutions solid mount bushings. It has an Evo 9 steering wheel, has a Recaro SPG seat, has the Takata 2-point harnesses with a harness bar. And then I also have gauges, so I have the AEM boost gauge, oil pressure, AFR gauge, and then the innovative E85 gauge. All right, for the engine, I got really lucky with this car. It came pretty much done. Obviously, there's more that I'm gonna do to it to make it more reliable. For the performance, it's gonna be a Stage 2 MAP motor build, has a 25G Arashi turbo, a Skunk 2 intake, 1300cc injectors, ARP head studs, Wiseco pistons, H-beam rods, a Walboro 450, a Synapse blow-off valve. It's on speed density, and it has HKS cams, Tomei test pipe back, and then has an O2 dump, and then ETS front mount intercooler with piping, Exedi twin disc clutch, JDC cop kit, and yeah, it's tuned on open source. It's making about 550 wheel horsepower. For the Evos, I see them going up in price. They're more valuable. That's the main reason why I wanted to trade so urgently, because as the years go by, the Evos are gonna get more harder to find. Yeah, I just think they're gonna be super rare. They're gonna be up there with the Supra, the NSXs one day. Honda or Mitsubishi? Oh man, I want to say Honda because they have more variety. Mitsubishi just has the Eclipses, the Evos, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess I would say Honda. They're more iconic, I guess. First off, I just want to say thank you to Miguel for having me on this documentary. You can find me on Instagram at @TheBombEvo, TikTok the same, @TheBombEvo, and thank you guys for watching.